with a look at the forecast. And Damon, I don't tell many people this, but I actually lived in South Dakota for 3 years.
Yes.
And when I used to complain about the weather, they said, well, at least you don't live in North Dakota. But I'm so used to the cold weather, but you know what changes everything? It's that wind.
Oh, every time.
That's the game changer.
It just bites right through you when it is howling, and that's what we've dealt with here in the DMV these last few days, but it's finally going to start calming down. So that should help a good bit, folks. Let's check it out. Right now, though, I got to say, no breaks are on the way. Maybe it's a little more like North Dakota today, Mark. Maybe so, but hey, yeah, we'd like to avoid it if we can. There's the wind shaking our camera once again. Now, again, it's a small improvement from yesterday. We still are dealing with blustery conditions, but those winds aren't quite as strong. Still noticeable, though, steady wind speeds 15 to 25 miles an hour. That's pretty similar to what we had in terms of the steady, consistent wind that was going on throughout the day on Thursday. Here's where we made some improvement. The gusts definitely not as strong. At worst, we're seeing some wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour, but that is about it. And as we head toward the night tonight, these wind gusts will be all but over. It won't turn totally calm, but we will finally start to break away from this very windy setup we've had over the last few days. Here are the air temperatures. Nobody is in the 40s as of yet. We could see a few locations like Lexington Park, even up toward the district, reach that 40-degree mark before the day is done. But at the end of the day, that's just a small little consolation prize. It's still going to feel rather cold. And when you factor in the wind, there's the difference. Wind chills west of I-95 and DC are in the 20s, even the teens. As you head out toward the mountains, it's not much better a little bit to the east. Wind chills just barely above freezing. So get ready, bundle up as you go about the rest of your Friday, and yes, even into your Friday night, we are not going to see those warmer temperatures as of yet. This wind chill is going to still be in the 20s, low 30s for many of us as we progress through the afternoon and evening, with that wind still gusting around a little bit. Now, temperatures will be dropping, of course, as we head into the night. So that is going to lead to wind chills once again, dropping into the teens. Out to the west, it's going to feel like it's in the lower to middle 20s, closer to the district. But when you think about the actual air temperature, which will also be falling into the 20s, there it is. We're not going to see much of a difference between that air temp and the feels like temp. And that's because the wind is finally going to start to calm down tonight into Friday. But hey, still cold, don't get me wrong, as we start out the weekend, but look at this. As we head throughout the afternoon on Saturday with less wind and temperatures bumping up a little bit, we are expecting to see high temps in the low 40s on Saturday. That will start to make a difference, and thankfully, we will not be battling these biting wind chills any longer. And by Sunday, oh my goodness, it's a totally different world out there, folks. We're talking about highs reaching back into the mid-50s. That's the first time we've had temperatures that warm in a little over a week. Now, the warm weather continues on into next week, but it does come at a cost. Our next storm system will arrive Monday and make it soggy through at least the first half of next week.